Hi, I'm Hiram Peacel. I'm an aspiring science fiction author. I'm sharing a little about who I am and what I've done. I recognize how rare it is to talk about myself, but here is the one place where that's okay, I guess, right? I'm super uncomfortable about talking about myself, but even so, let's jump in. I have an astonishing number of college degrees, truly. 8 diplomas, mainly in physics and engineering, including a doctorate. But don't get too excited. I have massive student loans to go with them. I worked my way through college, but financial loans covered the tuition I couldn't afford despite many jobs at once. Here they are. While working through undergraduate college, I worked in university libraries and then within their audiovisual departments. As a graduate student, I was a teaching assistant for physics. Later, once I knew enough to be helpful, I was a research assistant. Upon getting my doctorate in aerospace engineering, I was a critical skills hire at the primary military jet engine manufacturer, Pratt & Whitney, where I worked my way up to military NDE coordinator. After 7 years, I got recruited by the primary commercial jet engine manufacturer, General Electric Aviation, where I did many exciting things, including proposing and getting Air Force funding for a 5-year cross-industry artificial intelligence project relevant to our field. And then, during the 2020 pandemic, I was laid off with 1 in 3 of my coworkers. But because I was a PhD in the building, I saw the massive firings coming 3 years in advance. First, I checked into getting a job at the 5 places in the U.S. that might want to hire me for my unique skill set. When none worked out, I investigated becoming an entrepreneur and small business owner. In October 2013, I met Larry Correia at my local bookstore. I found him walking around with the store manager, signing his best-selling urban fantasy books. And we got to talking. Mr. Correia said many insightful things, but when I asked if writing was for my retirement years, he said I should not wait, but start now. He also said, quote, "Everyone has a good idea for a book, but what you're looking for is a great idea," end quote. A month later, I discovered my great idea. Unfortunately, it was for a non-fiction book. Dang it. Finally, I'm turning my attention to becoming a science fiction author. Welcome along for the ride. I've read science fiction and fantasy literature my entire life, so why choose science fiction? Why not fantasy literature instead? I chose sci-fi because I'm a scientist and engineer. Write what you know, isn't that what they say? And I don't know how to ride a horse, so fantasy literature is problematic. Yes, I know I could learn to ride a horse, but I'd never understand riding like I've learned to be a scientist and engineer. I've chosen to lead with my strengths. But what business does a science fiction author have with having a website, podcast, YouTube channel, Facebook profile, and more? Because every successful author does, and I intend to be successful. Ambitious? Arrogant? Perhaps I'm getting a little ahead of myself? Absolutely. But what's my goal besides writing science fiction novels? Authors fail if they don't get out there, virtually or in person, to meet their fans. Yes, I'll be visiting book conferences and conventions, but a podcast gets into the ears of fans. I'm talking to you, and other fans are only on Facebook, and yet others only watch YouTube. I'm also going to my fans on social media. Yet what do I intend to talk about when I've yet to publish a science fiction novel? I'm so glad you asked. I'll share what inspires me, routes to publishing, behind-the-scene looks, and hints on what I'll be working on for my next novel. I look forward to sharing my journey with you. It's going to be a blast. Thanks for taking the time to learn about me, what I've done, and my goals and intentions as an aspiring science fiction author. I appreciate you.